Hi there and welcome to this video. Let's have a look at the Euro-US dollar and have a closer analysis of some supply and demand levels. Okay, so far if we are looking on the daily chart, we can see that we have some nice areas of supply and demand on both sides. And if we zoom out a little bit, you can see how price has been moving down and now it's kind of drifting sideways now and is approaching the lower half of this channel. So if we draw this channel for a second, go from the low here, let's see if we can get it to look like that. So you've got a channel that's looking like that, so we're at the bottom of this channel here. We'll zoom in a little bit and let's have a quick look at some areas that might be interesting to us. Okay, if we consider this area just here for a moment, because this is the area that price is currently approaching, we'll draw this level in here. You can see from here and over to here, and you can see that price has went up and then tested the level and then was released and moved higher. And on the way up it had a pause and then continued higher. So this area here and here, I like this one here, is a nice area of demand, as this area of demand which caused this push higher removed this area of supply. So this one here was taken out by this area here, so this one no longer exists. And now we have price moved higher. It tested it once, twice, and on a third approach it went through it. And so now this one has been removed. This no longer exists. So the next one we can see that price is approaching is the one down here. And we are still looking for a test. You can see that we had one here, which has been tested already, so price may or may not come down and test this one just here. And so this one, theoretically speaking, due to the test, has been consumed, but this does not mean that it will not hold in the future. It is just lower probability when compared to the previous one. So we have this area of demand which violated and consumed this area of supply, and so this makes this area of demand very important. You can see how price moved high, and where did price come back to? It came back to here, and you can see I drew the rectangle a little bit wrong. It should have been a little bit higher to be flush with this red bar here, and it would have just touched almost to the pip the area of demand before continuing higher. And so a solid area of demand that takes out a solid area of supply, as we can see here, or a solid area of supply that takes out a solid area of demand, as you can see going on here. We had this area, oops, wrong tool. We had this area here which took out this area of demand. So we have this area of supply here, and then we have another one just below it. So from here and up, so we have two nested in one another. These are very interesting, and due to the fact that they took out this one here, then we consider that the area of supply that caused the violation of the area of demand as price sensitive. So the area that we want to look to sell is just here, and I already have an order put in there now to sell, as you can see here, and the stop goes, as mentioned previously, above the area. This might be a little bit tight because price might decide to continue higher and move deeper into this area of supply, which has not been tested yet. We had one test on the release just here. So who knows what will happen. Maybe I'll widen my stop a little bit in anticipation that we're going to get a nice strong move lower. So if we have a look at the big picture here, go to the monthly, you can see that price is kind of sitting in, is testing this. It has taken out this area of demand, and we have another area of demand down here, and this is an area of demand because it took out this area of supply. As you can see how price poked through it and went up again. So this one has been taken out. Just a second, please. Sorry about that. That was a kind of a long call from my brother, so I'm kind of off track. I don't remember where I was discussing, but we'll kind of move forward. As you can see, this area of, oops, wrong tool. This area of supply up here took out this area of demand, and so I'm expecting perhaps a reaction, like maybe a shallow reaction up to this area here, because in here, if we zoom in a little bit, I have to get rid of these so I can zoom in, you can see that we have another area of supply just in here, and this area of supply here took out this area of demand. And so if we zoom in and draw a nice area of supply here, go from here to here, so I'm expecting price to potentially react up here when it gets there, if it gets that far. And again, we're on the weekly chart, so this could take a very long time for price to get there. Okay, so let's go down to the smaller time frame and see what's going on here. Okay, here we have, I've drawn a channel like this. Oops. It's looking like that. Maybe we'll swap it around. We'll put this one up here. And we'll move the bottom of the channel down here. So now we're kind of testing the bottom of the channel here, or the trend line, the bottom trend line here. And you can see we're also testing this area of demand here that took out these areas of supply. We had one here and we had one here, these two nested areas, and these have now been consumed by this area here. So this is an important area here, so I'm expecting some kind of reaction. We've had a little one already, and if you watched, sorry, confusing pairs, this is not the pound dollar, this is the euro dollar. Yes, so you can see we took out this area, these two areas here, so price will probably react here. I'm hoping it will, and then we'll get a push higher up to here, then a continuation lower, but we'll have to see. You can see that we are certainly in control here. We have all of the, we have areas of demand being taken out and areas of supply in control and being respected. And so I'm expecting a pullback to this area here, and then a continuation lower, and a retest of this area here. So we want to be taking profits here, and then we'll have to see what happens if price goes like this. So if we go to the daily, we get a little bit closer. You can see how things are. This is a little bit nicer and more clear on the daily. Here we have this area of demand here. We have another area of demand just here, which has been tested here. Price moved higher and then sat on this area of supply and rejected, and is now moving back into this one here. So we could probably get some kind of reaction around this area here or this area here before perhaps continuing higher. But the trade for me is waiting for price to get back up to here or here. So we'll have to see what happens here. So that's what I'm looking at on the euro US dollar. If we have a look at some trend lines, we'll zoom out a little bit. You can see here we've had, it's good to use like a kind of a rough, like drawing utensil here. We have zigzags like this. So that's what we're looking at now. And so we have an area, so we have a high, a higher low, and a higher high. So currently we have our trend line to be drawn from here to here, about like that. And price is has broke through it, and when price closes below a trend line, the opposing area becomes supply or demand, which in this case is supply. So again, which confirms that this and this are areas of supply. And so we are going to be trading in trend, in line with the break of the daily trend line. Anyway, I think I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get this video too long. I hope this was was interesting and wasn't too complicated. I was interrupted in the middle, which kind of threw me off track. But I'll do more of these. I'll keep doing these because they're good for me to practice, and also they may provide some value for you as well. So I'll do that. I like that one there as well. Anyway, I'll log off for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with me. Thank you.